Yeah, here's Joanna Bailie again, composer of the last 5 pieces. Thank you. Yeah, artificial environments number 1 to 5. Joanna, there are 2 types, if you like, of audio tape source material. So the one is, the first one is your pre-recorded voice with the text that you yourself describe as an unreliable auditory program note, and the other one is field recordings, right? So could you elaborate a little bit on that, what that is exactly?
Yeah, I think this was one of the first pieces I ever wrote that used field recordings, and in a way the text is kind of a description of the process I was going through, trying to find music in them, to put it simply. Trying to take the step a bit further from a kind of something like Luc Ferrari, Pretorian. All the text really, I'm talking about worlds, but in fact, it's just a way of describing the processes that I'm using to extract music from the various field recordings.
So, what are your steps when putting all the things together? Do you start by finding the field recording and listening to it and then transforming it, or is there the instrumental part first, or how did you put it together?
Yeah, so the first thing to do is to go out and make the field recordings. The ones you heard tonight come from various places, from Italy, from a castle, which was quite nice, and you could hear the distant sounds of a motorway. From Brussels, where I was living at the time, from London Zoo, actually, there's a carousel that eventually plays kind of music, and there are children crying and things like that. So it's all these things put together, and I tried to find a process that works with each field recording or each set of field recordings that brings out the kind of musicality of it. And after I've done the processing and recorded my voice, I transcribe everything. And then I kind of, how would I put it? I sort of carve away at the transcription to find a slightly more minimalist layer for the instrumentalists.
And why do you even transform the field recording material electronically? I mean, I know that there are some, say, hardliner field recording artists that try to use field recordings as more or less documentary material, but what you do is that you at times transform it very deeply, right?
Yeah, that's right. Maybe I'm not brave enough just to play a field recording and see what happens. But I wanted to go to another level with them. And I mean, some of them are manipulated more than others. For instance, in number 4, it's just edited. That's all that happens. But something like number 3 with the freezing it's really quite a transformative process.
Yeah, perhaps the field recordings become a little bit more instrumental then, and the instruments become a little bit more field recording-ish in a way.
I've never transcribed actually a completely uncut field recording, and maybe that's the thing that I have to do if I'm brave enough.
Okay, yeah, there are a lot of other artificial environments by Joanna Bailie, so if you got the chance to listen to them, enjoy. And now, I think the musicians are ready for the last piece by Helmut Oehring. Thank you, Joanna. Wir hören jetzt das Inferno.